Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another December daily process video. This video, I am kicking it off with day 5, where I'm kind of doing a 2-page spread. I heard Allie talk about this, Allie Edwards, the creator of this project, in one of her recent videos, that some days are just one side and some days are both sides. This day, I happen to do both sides, but they're kind of 2 different stories. So on the left side, it'll be a story about Sam and I and some wedding stuff. And then on the right side, I am taking this massive 6x8 photo of the hotel that we stayed at, and I cut it into little 2x2 squares. I've done this almost, I think, every year that I've done December daily. I love the way that it looks to have a big photo and then cut it up and put it into one of those page protectors that's got all the little 2x2 pockets. So then I go ahead and open up the advent calendar for days 5, 6, and 7. So 5 are those hearts, 6 is that wreath, and then 7 are these kind of strip stickers. I'm doing all of those days on the same day, like I'm working on them on the same day, so I went ahead and opened up all of them. Now I'm trying to figure out what 5 I want to include. I'm only going to include it once, and I decided to go with that white one in the corner of the 2x2. And then to draw something across both pages, I decided to use these puffy heart stickers, and I picked kind of the more neutral color. And I learned from somewhere that having 3 of something is really pleasing to the eye, like from a design standpoint. So I have 3 of those puffy sticker hearts, one on the journaling card that I am filling out now, one on the picture of me and Sam, and then one on the opposite page in the top right corner of the hotel picture. So I just fill out the journaling card talking about how Sam and I had 2 different calls that Sunday for things related to our wedding, both with the rabbi that we're doing premarital counseling with, and then also with a ketubah artist, and just feels like we're finally making some progress. And then it's time to just get all of the things into the pockets, and that is like probably my least favorite part of the 2x2 picture cut, is trying to get all those pictures in the pockets. I love the way that it looks at the end, but it definitely is a tedious thing to put together. And I don't do any journaling about this hotel picture. I just kind of let this beautiful picture speak for itself. And I write more about the weekend with my friend on the next page. All right, on to day 6. One of the other reasons why I did that 2x2 square photo for day 5 is because I knew I had a lot of photos I wanted to include for day 6, which was the day that I was with my friend at the hotel and we did Cultivate Your Life. So first things first, I'm trying to find a quote to stick opposite the photo of me and my friend. And then I go ahead and cut up all these 2x2 squares. I realized that there was something wrong with the template that I was using. I don't know what happened, the template I use on my phone to make these little 2x2 squares, but some of them were not actually 2x2. So it kind of automatically eliminated some of the photos that I could use, which was fine. I got 12 of them printed, but I knew I wasn't going to use all 12 because I wanted to incorporate some into some embellishments onto that 2x2 page. So it was fine. It just kind of made the decision for me about which pictures I was going to include and which ones I wasn't. So then I start digging for the number 6 that I'm going to use and how I'm going to incorporate that. I keep this black one there. You'll see I end up changing my mind. So now I'm kind of arranging the photos, trying to decide how I want to include them. And I end up eliminating another one and just including 6 photos so that I have 6 embellishments and then 6 photos. So then it is time to start digging through my embellishments and trying to figure out what I want to incorporate. I pull out a bunch of different things. Some of them actually have sentiments that kind of go with the day and the story that I'm trying to tell, like that embracing imperfection piece. And then I decide that I want to use the sticker that says I'm a Grinch before coffee on the photo of us with coffee. I just thought that was so appropriate. So I go ahead and stick that down and then trim that off. And then I want to find a way to incorporate some more of those things. So I picked this one that says something like this day in December and stick it on that bottom photo. You can't really see, but the photo definitely has the space for that sentiment. Then I go back to looking for embellishments. I end up picking a lot of wood veneer ones. I find a December one I really like, a rainbow one that I really like, and then I find a little square that says friends. That's absolutely perfect for this project. And then I also decide to use a star on both sides to kind of tie it in together. And so once I realize I'm using a lot of the wood veneer, I start swapping out some of the other pieces so that they all end up being wood veneer, including the number 6. And then I just kind of rearrange them until I get them situated in a way that I like. I end up with a bigger star on the right side, but decide the smaller one fits better on the left side. So then I start going through my pattern paper, trying to decide which patterns are going to go behind those embellishments, because I don't just want them on the white that's the back of the photo on the other side. So I'm literally going through basically any kind of paper that I have, and I pull out 4 that I kind of like, which is the dot, black and white dot that's over there on the left, the light green star pattern, I also pick out this stripe pattern, and then I also pick out this black like constellation pattern. Then I start deciding which embellishment looks the best on which pattern and trying to kind of keep them balanced, right? I really wanted to have kind of an even number of the different patterns. So I end up deciding to go with 3 patterns. I eliminate the black one, and I have 2 for each based on what looks the best and then kind of how it fits onto the page as well. So I have 2 of the stripe ones, 2 of the stars, and then 2 of that black and white polka dot. And I think that everything ended up looking good on top of the pattern paper that I chose for that individual embellishment. And now it is just time to put it all together. So I grab my adhesive roller and I start sticking all of these down. I do interrupt quickly to do one more of those strip stickers because, like I mentioned yesterday, I like when there's 3 of something. I just think that it looks nicer. So I add one more of those little strip stickers to one of the photos, and then it's back to just putting it together. So using the adhesive roller, sticking everything down and getting everything situated. I do kind of wish that some of these pieces already had adhesive on the back. I do appreciate that when the embellishments already come with some sort of sticky backing, but it's kind of just putting all of that together and then sticking everything in the pocket. I actually ended up not journaling this day, I realized. There just really wasn't anything additional that I needed to write about, and I documented a lot of that day also in the vlog, and so it's kind of a balance between like what's in the vlog, what's not in the vlog, and I really like the way that this turned out. All right, moving on to day 7. I am telling a story about breakfast the next day. My friend's husband came and met us for breakfast, and I had this amazing French toast that I snapped a picture of. So first things first, I'm trying to find a 7 that I like, and then I'm trying to find a journal card that I like, and I pick a couple different ones based on a color that goes well with the photo as well as the phrase at the top, and I end up going with this all the good stuff. And then I end up finding a different 7 that is this gray 7 on an oval shape, and I just felt like the oval looks really good with the plates in the photo. Then I'm trying to find one other embellishment to kind of keep on this photo. This is a really simple day, and I really like that simple joys, but I end up going with the word enjoy. But I just wanted one sentiment on that photo in addition to the number 7. Again, keeping it really simple. Some days I'm not super crafty. I'm definitely not the craftiest person on the internet doing December daily, but this is one of my simpler days. So then I just go ahead and journal about us going to breakfast and how I wanted to order something that I was really excited about and all the good stuff. I wanted to enjoy the good stuff, but at the same time, I have goals. And so some meals I make a decision to focus on my goals, and some meals I make a decision to enjoy the good stuff. And the truth is, I didn't even finish it. And so I did get to enjoy a delicious meal with syrup on top is what I put. I debated for a while adding more journaling just to fill in that weird space that I kind of didn't like, but that's all I had to say. Then I go ahead and open up the advent calendars for days 8 and 9. So I know what I'm working with. I know I haven't done a great job of showing the advent calendars. So for day 8, I decide to work out of the page protector again and actually use the advent calendar page as like my home for the picture. Also because the picture was a photo of my very, very messy office. And so I kind of wanted it to be hidden except when I wanted to pull it out. So I go ahead and pick out a pattern paper to add to the back of it. I thought maybe I was going to journal on it, but then I find these 2 sentiments of these like pleather. These are hexagon pieces, and those actually I think are from One Little Word. And so I decide to go ahead and put them on both sides of the picture and the cardstock to act as sort of a tab to lift it up and out of that 8. So I go ahead and glue down the paper onto the back of the photo. I kind of see how far it goes, pretty far down in there. So I'm trying to get a feel for where to put the hexagon so that it still sticks out. And I decide to go ahead and just line it up exactly the middle of it with the top edge of the paper. And it ends up fitting absolutely perfectly where it just sticks out. So you know that there's something to pull, but you don't see the whole photo or even the sentiments. Then I use these little attacher things. These are brand new this year in order to get this pocket into the album. I don't put either of them on straight, spoiler alert. And then I also end up going over the holes with the hole punch because I don't fold them over straight. And so the holes are a little bit funky. The holes are also a little bit small, so I knew it would go smoother if I punched them myself. Again, neither one of these ends up getting on there straight, but it kind of goes with the theme of the story. Things are just messy sometimes. And day 9, the last day in this video, where I'm telling the story about my first trip to physical therapy for my foot fracture. So I have this photo that I took of me in the waiting room, and then I also have the business card of my physical therapist. I go ahead and decide to use the 9 from that number card set that I was really excited about. And then I pick out this red patterned paper to put the business card behind. And then I go ahead and grab the another like red journal card that's from the same company. I think those are both from Paper Person. And so they match up, like the reds are exactly the same. So then I'm trying to find an embellishment that I can put on each of these different things that kind of ties them all together. And I end up finding this chipboard one that says one day at a time, which is just absolutely perfect. And then I put little chipboard stars on all of the other pages to kind of match them all up so that each of them has a little chipboard piece. Oh, I don't mean chipboard. I mean corkboard. You know what I meant because you can see that it's cork, not chipboard. So I kind of just rearrange all the little stars and get them glued down and the sentiment of one day at a time. And then I get to journaling and I just write about how I am not at 100% right now with my foot, but that I'm going to work hard and get there soon. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or every day here during Vlogmas, focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching.